Oh, well, hello there again, friends and family. Been a while since we saw you. Yeah, we've been out and about today. Some of you may know why. Yeah, we had an appointment earlier that we had to take care of, something that relates to, my health issues and things of that nature. We won't know nothing probably till sometime next week. And that's the worst part about it, isn't it? Not knowing and waiting to know. But that's a whole nother subject. Today, since we were out, sort of kind of spiffied up, took a shower, shaved, brushed our hair, spritzed on a little bit of that there toilet water, little water, fragrance. We decided we'd do a little bit of needed shopping too, because it's been a long time since we've been. And one of my most dreaded places is where I'm at today, and that's only because I can't get it anywhere else. So yeah, you might have guessed it. Today, we're at Wal Mart. And we got just a few things to pick up, but we also want to check a few things. So hey, since y'all snuck up on me from behind, and you're here anyway, let's see if we can go in and see what we can see at our local Walmart on Friday, September the 2nd, 2022. Okay? Well, we're out here in the garden center at our local neighborhood Walmart, and I found something interesting. Where there used to be fertilizer and grass seed and such stuff, this is what we find today. We find clearance items, most of which looks like back to school, and toys. And somebody was out here opening up even more boxes of this, toys and what have you for the kiddies. But it's out here, yep, it's under a little awning. Yeah, but when it rains and storms and the wind blows up, most of it's going to be a soggy mess. But if you're wondering where some additional clearance items are, of probably all types, you might want to go out to what used to be the garden center here at our neighborhood Walmart. I just thought it was interesting, since I was out here looking to find some plants, which they have a few. Nothing I'm interested in. Well, let's see what else can surprise us today at my local Walmart. Remember earlier this year, the great no more diesel engine oil scare? Remember that? It just went all across mainstream media, social media, every talking head. Yeah, you remember that. And here we are in September 2nd, 2022, and there's your Rotella, the brand that was all the scare was all about. No more diesel oil. Yeah, and here it is. They got it, the T4. Yep, they got the T5 too. And of course, like when we were here earlier in the year, they always had the mobile Delvac. But then, you also remember when all of them told us, they all got those inside special intelligence, people they know within the industries, government, super intel agencies, 3-letter words, and they told us there'd be no more death. Yep, it's gonna be gone. Then what are we gonna do? How are we gonna get our food? How are we gonna get our things we need? Better stock up now. And here we are, September the 2nd. And there's still death on the shelves. And there's still death at pretty much every darn fuel station, truck stop, all across the nation. Yeah, there were shortages in some areas for whatever reasons. But this is just another one of those that didn't come to be. I'm not saying it couldn't, or it might in the future. It just hasn't so far. Well, let's see what else we can see today. Well, I think y'all recognize this owl. It's the kitty food owl. As you might know, if you've been with the channel any length of time, we have the kitty crib, both an outdoor and an indoor. And currently, we're up to 6 full-time kitties with a couple of visitors from time to time. And that takes a lot of chow to keep them all going. And for those of you who have pets, whether they're kitties or doggies, hamsters, gerbils, or, dragons, pet food has went up too stupid. And of course, what my kitty crew adores above all things is the kit and caboodle. And it comes in a 16-pound bag, which is looking a little slim. I call that the senior bag because we can handle that better. Or you can get the 22-pound here for $15.28. Yeah. Or you can get the one for $20.48, which is 30 pounds. And notice the music. So I may have to do a voiceover, okay? And of course the music fades. Sometimes I think it's people looking on the camera that know we got a camera too. And it's Wal Mart's way of stopping us. But you can see cat food is still slim, especially the wet. I still wonder why. But here we are at the egg section. A dozen large eggs for $2.18. Or you can go over here and get a twin pack of the 18 count for $6.40. 18 large, 36 total. Not even going to talk about organic, free range, or any of that. And it's all because of the avian flu and the fact we've had to put down 40.9 million chickens. And then we get over here to the snack section. And I love Fritos. You know what was missing? And you might see it yourself. There were no party size or family size Fritos. You know, the scoops, none, zero. And look at the price for these little bitty bags that fit in the palm of your hand. Nearly $4 a bag. $3.48. Yeah, I don't need chips that bag. All the chips. The prices are crazy. And there's one thing about it, as you can see. Other than the Frito scoops, it was pretty well stocked up. Yep. And look down at the end at beer prices. Can't afford to drink beer these days. And then we get over here to the bread. Plenty of bread. Albeit it's went up. You know, the Great Value Standard Loaf, 95 cents. The Giant Sandwich Loaf, $1.36. Yeah, remember when that was all 80 cents? And it was the same for both. And you can see the name brand breads are a little bit slim and the section is really small. But overall, the bread section is looking fine for a Friday. But then we get down here to the peanut butter. Look at it. And you remember the peanut butter shortage of 2022 was all caused by a recall of Jif. Yeah, well, they learned something. You restrict supplies, drive up the prices, you know. You artificially create a shortage. Because Jif's back making peanut butter. And the recall didn't affect Great Value, Skippy, or no other brands. But looking at it right here, you would think otherwise. Are we being manipulated? I think so. What's your thoughts? In the comments below the video. And then we get over here to what we call the bean section in my Walmart. Yeah, it's about 4 feet wide now. But look at the prices for a pound of beans. $1.36, $1.58, $1.84 for 2 pounds of pintos. Yeah, look at these prices. Never before in my life have I seen nearly $2 a pound for dried beans. Then you get over here to the 2 pound. $3.64, $3.22. Yeah, well, the old cheap standbys, beans and rice, well, folks, it's no longer cheap. 83 cents for a pound of brown rice. And look at the rice section. It can't be more than 4 or 5 feet long. And looking pretty slim. Here's the Mahatma, 2 pounds, $2 and something. I didn't even look at the 20-pound bags, which used to be 25 pounds. There's 5 pounds, $7.48. And then we get to the ramen noodles. Always a staple of the poor, you know, is a staple for college kids. Low income, poverty stricken. Now, it's becoming a staple for the middle class. But you can see what's missing. And of course, school's just most recently started up here. And that is the Instacups ramen noodles. Yeah, they disappeared. But down below, the packages, there's plenty of beef, chicken, and a little bit of shrimp flavor. And then we get over here to canned goods. And we're not even going to look at name brand. You can if you want to. The prices are extreme. French style green beans. Great value, 58 cents a can. Can you remember when they were 40? Not too long ago. And something else I've noticed in the canned goods section, and you will here too, or if you go to yours, it's no longer one price for all the great value veggie. No. Now they have different price. Look at this sweet corn. $3 for 4 cans of Libby's. Here, great value sweet corn, 58 cents. Then this was the shocker. You get down here to the Pride sweet corn. 1 can, $1.58. Pride used to be a cheap brand. Or you can go down here and get great value for 58, cream style for 58. Yeah, but like I say, I mean, it couldn't have been no longer in 2018, 2019, 40, 45 cents. Overall, though, plenty of cans. And then we get down here to green peas. And these Le Sueur. You got to be a fancy, wealthy person to be eating Le Sueur green peas at $2.58 to $2.98 per can. Or Libby's, $1.68. Well, let's get down here where we live. 54 cents for the great value brand of green peas. This is where we're at. And it just gets worse as you go down the canned goods aisle. I didn't even stop to even check. I love asparagus, even this canned stuff, and mushrooms too. But look at the prices. $2.58 for a little bitty jar. Or a can for $1.98. Or a half can for $1.12. For mushrooms, people. And these ain't even the good stuff. Asparagus, $3.46 for this little bitty skinny can. I mean, even beets. Now beets, they were a deal still. 50 cents a can for great value. Mostly because a lot of people don't like beets. I don't mind beets. They're pretty darn good. And as we move on down, there's been all this talk about a potato shortage. Yep, they ain't got no more potatoes running out in August. Well, at least here again in my Wal Mart, this little section of instant potatoes, which here again wasn't more than 4 feet wide, there's boxes, albeit there's some fronting and some gaps behind. Well, we had 2 boxes of au gratin. That's pretty sad. Betty Crocker. Yeah, this is 4 feet wide, and this is it. Yeah, I'm thinking I remember back in the days when this section was a whole lot wider, and there was a whole lot more Betty Crocker type potatoes. Scalloped, au gratin, all kinds, not no more. And then when I turn around to look at the pasta section, there's a lot of holes in pasta. Even I can't say there's not. But that gets back to pasta. Was cheap. Still relatively is, considering all things. And it's always been a staple of the poor, such as mac and cheese is. But then you look over here at our little small section of hamburger helper, not much missing for what they're wanting for it these days. As well as the completes are fully stocked at $2.50 to $2.60 a pop. But here's the stupid. This is Golden Plate. Fried pork skin. And I love these things. And I've got some friends that love them too down in Louisiana. And they got me hooked on them again. But look at that price. $2.28 for 3 ounces. Think about that. And then we get over to our little small section on chicken. And look at these prices. For chicken. Yeah. I mean, chicken, it don't get no cheaper than this. Where are we going to go? Chicken used to be the bottom meat, the least expensive. And look at the prices they expect us to pay now. I don't know how people are doing it out there. Low income, people with families, 2 kids, 3 kids, oh my God, 4 kids? How are they making it? I mean, both parents were already working. And at these prices, oh, they've got to be making some cuts. $1.18 a pound for a whole chicken ain't bad. You know what I'd be grabbing if I was buying on this particular shopping trip, but you haven't seen me grab anything. And I didn't buy a thing. I just looked. As I had my own personal escort. Then I went over to check their ground beef. And this is just a 73.27. Let me show you the price at our Wal Mart. $4.92 per 1 pound. Oh my God. Insane. But then I heard here on YouTube and social media, once again, there was going to be no potatoes. And I mean hundreds of people, or thousands or more, social media have proclaimed this. Well, there's still potatoes, at least here at my Wal Mart. And I might just tell you a secret at our superfoods. Albeit, look at the price. $1.38 a pound if you put them in your own bag and tote them home for russets. Nothing fancy here. Look at these fancy potatoes. Those are 2-pound bags and 3-pound bags for $5.48, $7.27. But you know those yellows and goldens. $4.97 for a 3-pound bag of reds. You get down here. Wait till you see what this russet potatoes cost. For 8 pounds of russets, $10.98. Yeah, they're mighty fine looking russets. But think about that. For potatoes. One of the cheapest things you could possibly buy just not too long ago. And here's the thing. They're not out. They're still here. And they're still here in the freezer section too. And this is something that's always amazed me, and I guess this is about convenience and the fact that both parents work and that. Prepared frozen potatoes, French fries. You can see right here the big holes, and that was for the crinkle cut, great value, as well as standard fries. Then, of course, you know the Oritas and all that, French fries of different types, and that were also pretty slim too. Yep, we love our potatoes. We just don't love slicing, dicing, and frying anymore. It used to be a thing we did all the time. But hey, I got to get on out of here. Well, y'all, I made it out of Wal Mart alive. I couldn't do a lot of talking or actually audio recording inside because they had the music blasting. And that's on purpose. I'm sure it is. To keep us from doing that. So, I'm going to have to do a voiceover. Hope you don't mind. There were several things of interest. Things that relate to how things have went all throughout the year. At least in my little part of paradise here in the deep South Alabama. Many of those things that we were told that would come to be have yet to come to be. Here in my little piece of the world. That may not be true wherever you're at. I hope it is though. See, I'd rather see the talking heads, whether mainstream or social, be wrong, because they're just chomping at the bit to be right. So y'all, there you have it. We've been inside and visited the world. The world is Wal Mart. Would have you see it. And now we got to head her on home, put our meager possessions up. I might add, for just a few bags and a few essential things, it was $196. I'm still trying not to pass out. But hey, until we see you on that next video, you know, me, the kitty crew, you know them all: Speedy, Spooky, Cleo, Mr. Gray, Magoo, sometimes Heathcliff, and that little Gracie and a little bit too. See you on that next video. Stay safe. Take care. Prepare as you will and must. And hey, I do hope God blesses you as you bless others in your lives. Goodbye for now. It's hot and toasty out here. And as you know, Blackie here don't have no air. Later on.